The Girls Club, 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 The Girls Club. It's my club and I'm a girl, yeah.
Hello and welcome back to the Girls Club. I'm your president, Emily, and it's 2026, you awesome people. You guys, hello. I'm coming at you late, but live. This is basically live because the thing is, I'm recording this at 1:32 p.m. on January 1st. This is probably going to go out at around, add an hour, 2:30, I'll probably finish recording. Then I got to edit, probably take 2, 3, 4, depending on how much shit I put in this. This will go out tonight, so this is only going to be like 6, 7 hours later. Yes, new year. Late. New year, worse behavior. Lend me some sugar. I am your neighbor. Here we go. Now shake it. Shake, shake, shake it. Oh. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. Yeah. Yeah, so today, January 1st, 2026, I'm entering the new year with no makeup, my hair freshly wet out the shower, and my attitude on crackhead. I'm trying to have a crackhead 2026. I took my meds. Give it 30 minutes. We'll be chilled the fuck out. But as of right now, I'm live, laugh, loving it up in 2026, y'all. And yeah, I'm just trying to approach the new year with some new positive, super awesome energy. Because if you guys remember, back a year ago, about a week ago, fuck with us and then we tweaking, ho. About a year ago, we, set some manifestations into play, and a big part of my 2025 thing was I'm gonna be more positive, I'm gonna be less doom and gloom, I'm gonna be whatever, because we started 2025 with a whole bunch of shysta when DJT got elected and really fucked our shit up. And so everything has been bad. It's been so bad. It's been so terrible and whatever. But throughout this past year, I was like, I need to be more positive because everybody is dealing with bullshit. Okay. It's not just you. It's not just me. It's not just this person. Everyone. And you might be thinking but I have it so much worse because of this, that, and the fucking third. It's but then somebody else has some shit that's even worse than that. So I don't know. I'm just really trying to be I want to be that person who you come across in real life and I'm a total stranger, but I left a positive impact on you somehow, whether that's holding the door open and complimenting you, or that's, I don't know, taking a photo of you and your friends when I see that y'all need a picture taken. It's this is shit that I already do, but I want to be more cognizant and put more effort in towards doing shit like that this next year, because it's it's all about the details and the little wins in life. So yeah, I don't know. I'm just trying to have lower stake victories in 2026. And I hope that you guys will join me with that. Let's hold hands and pray. The 2026 rebrand of me becoming Christian would be crazy. What if I drop that on y'all? It's I believe in you. I swear that forever from today, no one will ever take your place. No, 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 no. I believe in you. Joe X in Sync. Great song. Check it out if you haven't. But anyways, you guys, how is everybody? I know I came in real hot on this one, but I've been gone. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two, step two. I will never forget that one comment where it was at first I thought you were on drugs, but then I just realized that's your personality. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to make people's life, bringing my crackhead energy, Maybe 2026 is the year I don't medicate. Raise your hand if you think I should stop medicating. Maybe. I don't know. You guys, life for me lately has been dark and bad. And it doesn't seem like it by the way that I'm acting. But that's the thing about me. It's like I am the type to suffer in silence, which I shouldn't do. I know. But at the same time, it's like trying to go back to the whole like everybody is going through shit. And that shouldn't like not validate the own shit that you go through. Like that's not what I'm trying to say. But it's also trying to be like we're all going through our own thing. So why not find the good in the shit, you know? It's like when you take a shit, you know, and you haven't been able to shit because you're constipated or whatever. And you finally shit. And it's not that great. It's not that satisfying, but at least you had some movement. At least you had some motion, you know? So I'm trying to look at the bright side of things, and I've been really trying that for a year. But 2026, I'm trying even harder. I'm in my try hard era. Oh, yes. So I hope everybody had a lovely Christmas or whatever holiday you celebrate. My family celebrates Christmas. Yes, Christmas. That's what we did. Opened lots of gifts, lots of live, laugh, loving around the crema tree. And yeah, it was good. It was great. I don't know. I had a lot of fun. I ended up taking the week off from this. I said I was going to post on Christmas, but here's the real truth. I recorded a club meeting. And then I was like going to release it on Christmas Day. And I was like, this just like, I don't care about that club meeting. Like I recorded this club meeting. It was like a tier list of like the best and the worst, like Christmas movies and music and shit. And I'm like, God, who fucking cares? Like, I literally don't even care. So I watched it and I was like, you know, the world does not need another fucking white woman on YouTube making a tier list about a bunch of bullshit that's already been done before. So I said, drag, drop into trash. And that's okay to do. Sometimes with art, you just make it and then you trash it. Not saying that was art because that was dookie, but like literally it was one of those things where it's like, I already made it and I was like, I should put this out. And then I'm like, but no, didn't love it. But yeah, so that's the honest truth. And so I was like, you know, I'm not going to re-record something. I was already out of town. I didn't have access to my computer. And I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. We ball. We're taking Christmas off because we can, babe. Because we can. So anyways, I hope you guys had a lovely Christmas. Also, when I'm home with family and shit, I'm not really watching YouTube. I'm not listening to podcasts. I'm just kind of like trying to be, you know, immersed in the community, in the family talk. So I try to unplug, try to really like, you know, be present. Because time is the present, you know, it's real present. That's the truth. Quote that, clip it. Time is the present. No, wait, time is a gift. That's why they call it the present. Something like that. The future, I barely know her. Hey, yeah, put that on a t-shirt. Find my face. Okay, hashtag find my iPhone. That's an awesome feature. So I got an iPad for Christmas. So I am that bitch. And I got a stylist. I did not buy that shit for myself. Are you kidding me? For some reason, my little brother just said, yeah, big baller money status. And he got me an iPad. Hello. Okay, I didn't know you got it like that. But that's the difference between men and women's salaries. And this is why we have to dismantle the patriarchy and bridge the wage gap. Because tell me why I have my master's. I'm 2 years older and I don't have iPad money. This bitch got me an iPad for Christmas. Hello? Anybody home? Somebody write me a check. A big one. Put my name on it. He did engrave the pin with the words D's nuts on it though. So yeah, that felt a little less sentimental and meaningful and whatever. But I'm really excited because The whole reason that I think he got me the iPad is because I had mentioned I wanted to start getting into like animating stuff for like YouTube videos. Not to make animation videos, but to like, I really want to make like cute little custom graphics and stuff to put in my videos when I'm editing and stuff. Because as of right now, the majority of the graphics that I use are like templates, or I'll do like, quote, make my own animations, but they're not hand drawn. They're like stuff I make in Canva, and then I import it into Premiere, and then I animate it from there. Yeah, it's just kind of some editing lingo you guys might not understand. Wow. It's like if there was a meter of annoying, it would be like if this is not annoying and this is like shut the fuck up, you are so annoying. I literally can't stand you. We're teetering on that high end, girls. We're getting there. We might break the annoyingometer. I don't know, I'm just feeling like that today. So, yeah, I got an iPad. That was really cool and I really loved it. And then yeah, all of my rest of my gifts were very demure, very adult. I asked for sheets. Here's the thing about Christmas gifts that like I've just reached a point where it's like, do not get me shit if it isn't practical, right? It's like I don't need a bunch of junk that like is cute for like the day. Actually, this is the dumbest Christmas gift that I believe is just like peak capitalism bullshit crap that nobody fucking needs is Christmas themed Christmas gifts. Why are you getting me something that is like Christmas themed? Today is the last day that you can have Christmas shit out. So it's like, no, I don't need a Christmas like fucking candle. It's over. Give me a different kind of candle. You know what I mean? Or like a Christmas decor. Like, why are you gifting Christmas decor on Christmas? Like, that's weird, right? So I don't know. That's another pet peeve. But I didn't receive anything like that. But I'm just saying, like, I hate when people give gifts like that because I'm like, that's not practical. That's not useful. And in the era of overconsumption and just like junk and landfill, whatever, I'm like, this is just going to go to a landfill. Also, it's like you can't get immediate use out of it. So it's like, dumb. But yeah, all my gifts are very practical. I asked for sheets. I got some sheets. I asked for some CDs. So I got some CDs for Christmas. My big ticket item I got was literally for my little brother. So yeah, everything else was very like normal. I got some fake diamond earrings. Check them out. Cubic zirconium. Girl, yes, queen. I got 2 pairs, a silver and gold. Silver and gold. Silver and gold. Yep, 2 pairs. I got 2 pairs. One for the bitches and one for the hoes. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I'm silver or gold. And I think I'm silver. But I got a lot of gold. Gold all in my chain. Gold all in my ring. Gold all in my watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Don't believe me, just watch. Dude, Trinidad James, that shit ate in 9th grade. All gold, everything was the song. Yeah, so that's how my Christmas was. And yeah, last night was New Year's Eve. I went and saw Marty Supreme, which I have my thoughts on that movie. I think right now, I believe that Marty Supreme is going to be like the 2025/2026 version of Wolf of Wall Street / Fight Club / American Psycho. Like, it's going to be the piece of media that men who are low level intelligence, so I'm not saying all men, but I'm saying like dumb men, are going to misinterpret and be like, Marty's that fucking guy. He's cool as shit. And Kevin O'Leary's character is fucking awesome and blah, blah, blah. And in reality, it's like, no, this is like commentary on male ego and how annoying of a person this category of man is, and how he's willing to throw everything away for something so fucking meaningless, only at the end of the day to only like be the most average fucking person ever, and then end up, you know, that's his white whale, is something that he was never good enough to be the best at, and then he just settles because that's just life, you know? And it was very well done in the sense that you fucking hated his character the whole time. So for that, it was great. I thought the acting was decent. I thought the costuming was really nice. However, it was supposed to take place in like the 40s, I believe. It was like post World War II in America, mainly taking place in like New York, and then he traveled around the world. He was trying to be the best ping pong player in the world. So this is what I mean by it's like this guy had the ego of like somebody who you would have thought was like an Olympian like runner or something, like world renowned athlete, and he was literally like a ping pong player from fucking New Jersey. And so it was like, yeah, but it was supposed to take place in like the 40s. However, the music in the whole film, I'll have to look into it, like maybe why this choice was made. It was all like 80s music. So I don't know, that was very confusing to me because it took me out of the fact that it was supposed to be taking place in the 40s. Like, other than the costuming and the like set, nothing about it felt like it was the 40s at all. The music was weird. Also, the dialogue, like, I feel like the way that they were talking was very like modern, and I don't know, like it just felt kind of strange. And the only thing that like kept reminding me like, oh yeah, this is this era, is because they would like make references to the war and like Nazi Germany and stuff. And so that was the only thing that like brought me back to the fact that like, oh, this isn't taking place like right now, other than like the lack of technology and the like costume design. But yeah, I don't know. It was a decent movie. But it's a movie that's like you see once, you never need to see it again the rest of your life. Where I think like The Wolf of Wall Street is kind of like different from that because it's a bit more like comedic. Like it leans a lot more into the comedy side of it. So it's a bit more entertaining in that element, even though you do know like Jordan Belfort is like not an aspirational like character to become. Like he is a loser in the end, you know, even though he had this big lavish life and everything, like he ultimately like is the bad guy loser in the end, where a lot of men totally miss that plot and still like admire him, even though like all these years later he like talks about it and he's like, yeah, it's and Leonardo DiCaprio, who like plays him in that movie, who I'm not this is not me defending Leo because like that guy's also a fucking weirdo, but even he's like, no, like he was meant to be like a shitty guy, like you shouldn't aspire to be like him because like I mean in the end he like goes to prison and shit. So I don't know, Marty Supreme was one of those movies that it's good in the fact that it makes you hate the main character. It does a great job of it. Like, so I guess Timothy did good in the sense of his acting was good for that. But I don't feel like it was a hard character to play for a white 20-something-year-old man. You know, it's kind of like, oh, just study any douchey guy ever and you got it. The worst acting in the movie though was definitely Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. Why is he in that movie? I saw him. He popped up on screen. And from the moment he came on screen, in my brain, all I was thinking was like, is that actually him or am I tripping and there's an actor that looks like him? Why is he in this movie? Why is he in a movie with Gwyneth Paltrow? Why is he in a movie with Timothée Chalamet? Why is Tyler the Creator in this movie as well? Like there were some people where I were like, why are you in this movie? But specifically Mr. Wonderful, he like plays this character who I guess is supposed to be like, honestly, it's probably based off of a character that's supposed to be like Kevin O'Leary in real life. This like big wig, multi-millionaire venture capitalist investor who like owns all these companies and blah, blah, blah. So he plays himself. So like maybe they cast him because they want you to immediately recognize him and instinctually hate him. Because in the movie, you also like he's like a shitty guy who like is mean to his wife and like, you know, he's just a rich loser. Like So I guess that's why they cast him. But it also pisses me off that he's in a movie because he's like a conservative weirdo. And also he like low-key killed somebody in like a boating accident that he like his wife took credit for, like murdering somebody, and then like they got away with it basically. So look into that if you want to learn a bit more about quote Mr. Wonderful. He's also like actively on this like news, like fucking grifter ass debate style like talk show where he's just like the like billionaire representative, I guess, and like all this shit with Epstein stuff coming out recently. He's like, well, I mean, it's not that big of a deal. This was years ago, blah blah blah, and it's like, why don't you want people to talk about it, Kevin? We need to talk about Kevin. Y'all seen that movie? We need to talk about Kevin because I bet you're on the list, babe. Like, shut your bitch ass up. I bet you're on the list. Like, I don't know. So he just sucks. So when I saw, like, when he was in that movie, I was like, ew, why is this loser in this movie? Yeah, so that's my review on Marty Supreme. Was it supreme? Nah. It was filmed really well. I loved the color grading in it. The costuming was good. The acting was okay. But will I ever watch it again? Absolutely not. However, it was really well written. I think that the storytelling and the like symbolism in it was really nice. I think it's going to go over a lot of idiots' heads, and they're going to, use it as like how men like glorify American Psycho, and literally the whole point of American Psycho is like this guy is a fucking freak weirdo and like he's a loser and like an incel freak. And now it's like looks maxing people are like use him as like the pedestal of like masculinity, and he's like actually like the least masculine person ever. I don't know. It's the same people who talk about Fight Club being like their favorite movie and who like love Wolf of Wall Street because Jordan Belfort is like fucking baller, and you're like, did we watch the same movie? But it's like media literacy is like in the fucking toilet, babe. So for it being the first club meeting of the new year, I thought, let's talk about some shit that we want to leave behind in 2025. But before we get to that, last year on New Year's Eve, I was in my bed and I wrote myself a letter. I don't know if it was a letter or more of like a list of manifestations. I don't really remember. But on the outside, I found this in my side table. On the outside, it says 2025 manifestations. All of these will happen in 2025, and I will work to achieve these manifestations. Quick spoiler. When you write your manifestations down in an envelope and you close it and you put it in a drawer, you can't really work to make them happen because, like, you don't remember what they are because the marbles are loose as fuck in my brain, and I lost them a long time ago. So like you got me all the way fucked up if you think I'm remembering what the fuck I wrote down in this. So let's read them and see if any of these actually happened. I have a strong suspicion none of them did, but that's okay because who cares? Anyways, look how adorable this envelope is. It's Howl's Moving Castle, classic Studio Ghibli film. Love it. Let's read. Oh my god, 2 pages. Sis was not playing. Ambitious ass queen. Oh my god. This is gonna be actually embarrassing. Number 1 is actually embarrassing, but you gotta start somewhere. I will hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So hey babe, it's me from the future. We ain't even at 1,000. I don't think we're even at 700 yet, so keep trying hard though. Good start. I will start making YouTube into a career. So yeah, we're not monetized yet, honey, but maybe next year. I will be inspired to make videos that I love. Well, I did make one real YouTube video this year, and I was inspired. So there we go. I will be happy. And we're trying. and we're on the path. We're walking. Our head is held high, and we're going to get there. I feel like the magic conch shell. Maybe someday. Yeah. I will make art I love. Period. I did that. And I did. I made so much art this year. This was really the year of like refinding my joy of creativity. Like, I fully believe that I put a lot of effort this year into that. So, good. I will travel to new places and see more of the world. So, what happened was I didn't make any more money. So, I was still brokey. But I did go to St. Louis. That's somewhere I hadn't been since I was like in the 4th grade. So I guess that's somewhere in the world. Okay. I will get to spend time with my family. Okay. I think that's true. I did get to spend time with my family. Let's go. I will take a trip to New York City with my mom. Well, that never happened. I tried to make that happen. It just didn't. Maybe this year. I will love my life. Could you tell I was going through a difficult time when I made these goals? I like how this top started out like actual manifestations. Like, I will hit 20K subscribers on YouTube. I will start making YouTube in a career. Like, it was very like aspirational, whatever. And now it's just like, I will love my life. Well, I do love some days. That's better than not loving any days. All right. I will get hired at a new company that will pay me at least $80,000, and I will love my job and the people I work with. Well, that didn't happen. Well, there's that. I will move to a new city I love, make new friends, and have an awesome home. Oh, babe. None of that happened. I will be able to save $10,000. No, I think I saved $1,400 this whole year. So keep trying though. I will get a dog that will be the perfect fit for me, and we will love each other. Why does it sound like a 7-year-old around these? Yes, I didn't get a dog. Between I will love my life and I will make at least $80,000, I think my goals were a bit too lofty. And between I will hit 20,000 subs on YouTube. Hey, they always say shoot for the moon and you'll end up in the stars, right? So maybe this year I'll get out of Earth's orbit or Earth's atmosphere and we'll get towards the stars. I love that, though, this is how you know I was in a low place, because I was like, at this point in my life, I was literally like, I don't fucking care how crazy it is. I'm just going to write that shit down and make it happen. And now I'm like, okay, well, better luck next year. So, you know what? I still think these are good goals. You know what? I'm going to continue to try to make it happen. So, good for me. Good for 2024 me into 2025 me. And you know what? We've set the stones, right? We're setting stones. You can't build a house on a fucking waterbed, right? You gotta pop that bitch, blow it up. Sometimes you gotta blow up your waterbed to pour some dirt, to pour some concrete, to set some stones, to lay the brick, to stack the wood, to build the foundation, to put like a house. There's a lot of steps from a waterbed to a home, babe. And Rome was not built in a day or something, so we're gonna try our darndest this year. As of the things that I will be leaving in 2025, however, there's a lot of things that I am going to be leaving in 2025. So let me refer to my list. So these are the things that I think that as a society we should leave in 2025. So this is not stuff that I like did in 2025. This is shit that I was like anti in 2025, and I'm hoping to get the rest of the world anti for 2026. So just a heads up. Okay, I'm back. I had to go pee. I was about to pee my pants, and then I also got a Celsius, and it's the cherry cola flavor. Which the last time I had this flavor, it tasted like gasoline. And so I was like, I didn't purchase this again. My mom got it for me and I was scared to drink it. But so far it's tasting normal. I think the first one that I had that was this flavor, like I literally posted on my Instagram story because I was like, has anybody tried this before? Because either it's a horrible batch or this is the worst flavor of all time. It truly tasted like I was drinking like straight up gasoline, like from the pump. Was nasty. But this one tastes like, and the smell smells normal. Like when I opened the first one, like the smell, it smelled like ethanol. And let's get into the things that I believe we as a society should leave behind in 2025 now that it is the new year. First up, AI. AI in general, if you are using ChatGPT for any fucking reason, whether it is to plan a trip or to write an email for you, write a blog post, do an essay, whatever, literally, it seems like nobody wants to work these days. It seems like nobody wants to get off their ass and work. Because don't make me go Kim Kardashian on your ass and call you lazy. But swear to God, AI is bullshit. It's fucking bullshit. It's losers like you who use AI who are ruining us as a society. It is doing nothing but adding to the anti-intellectualism movement that's already happening right now. It's discrediting people's entire livelihoods, their entire careers, because it's justifying literally annihilating career paths because you guys are using it to steal works of writing and works of art and everything to just like make shit easier for yourself so you don't have to take 20 minutes to type out a thoughtful, I don't know, whatever. It's just like, I don't understand. It's stupid. It's lazy. And honestly, it's fucking embarrassing if you cannot think of a fucking email to type up. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. Cry me a river, Justin Timberlake style. Babe, it takes 2 seconds to write a goddamn email. And if you can't do that because it's too stressful or whatever, then like, get a different job. I'm sorry. Like, I hate that fucking like, oh, well, it's easier and it saves me time and whatever. It's like, okay, what did you do before this? And what are you doing with the time that you saved? What positive thing are you doing with the time that you saved by using fucking ChatGPT? Are you bettering yourself? Because you're becoming dumber. That is actively what is happening. You are becoming stupider. You're giving away your data. You're giving away your information. All for what? You're polluting the planet. All for what? Save yourself a couple minutes here and there. And I'm not calling you. I'm not saying you, the listener. I'm not saying you, the person watching this video. I'm saying the general you in society. It's like people who use AI chatbots and specifically people who use generative AI to do anything are losers. Like, I'm sorry, you're a fucking loser. Go like pick up a pencil and draw, bitch. It's literally like one of the oldest skills of all time, and you can't even take the time to like draw your own thing from your own brain. It's loser behavior. Or I hate it when people are like, yeah, I asked ChatGPT how to like, improve my blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's not a doctor. It's not a psychiatrist. It's not a physician. It's not an esthetician. It's not a cosmetologist. It's giving you information that already exists on the fucking internet. So if you actually needed it, you could go find it yourself. Genuinely, you could go spend a couple minutes Google searching and get the same fuck ass result that your AI gave you. But you're just lazy. So just say that. Like, it just pisses me off so much, especially as somebody who works in a creative field, seeing all of these jobs being taken by AI and people acting as if it's not a big deal. You know, I'm watching sports with my siblings over Christmas break, right? We were watching football, and I go, how much longer until you think these commentators are going to be replaced with AI? And my brother acted like I said the craziest fucking shit of all time. He goes, never. Why would they replace them? Because it was like Tom Brady was like commentating on this football game, right? Okay. His contract to do that, it's literally like, I don't know, couple games a year, and he gets like hundreds of millions of dollars to sit there and talk about football while he's watching football. Something that an AI bot could do. Okay. Because right now, roles like translators and roles like, oh my God, what's it called? Where it's like for visually impaired people, and they put like additional audio in like videos and stuff to help describe the setting. Like those roles are getting completely taken by AI. Voice acting, like dubbing stuff from a foreign language to English or vice versa, like that is getting taken by AI. So you're telling me that a company like ESPN, who is just capitalistic greed at its finest, babes, would not replace this giant contract that they are spending multi-millions, hundreds of millions of dollars on with AI for free? Yes, they would, babe. They would in a heartbeat. And he just refused to believe it because it's taking a quote successful man's job away. So he couldn't believe that that would happen. And my dad was like, no, that makes sense. Yeah, I could totally see them doing that. And so it's like, maybe once that starts happening, men will give a shit and care, but I don't know, maybe not. But it's only a matter of time, because they're taking creative roles, they have fucking fake actresses and actors now. They're taking voice acting, they're taking all this. So it's like, it's only a matter of time before it is going to start taking sports roles. It is going to start taking more like quote renowned roles, or more like accredited roles, than like what people who are uneducated in the world of entertainment and like creative roles, what they deem as more like higher in the totem pole of success, you know, like eventually it will. So all you're doing is teaching them how to be better at taking jobs in the future. Where I think AI should have been, you know, used and should be common practice is not in the hands of the everyday consumer using fucking ChatGPT. That is fucking stupid. That should not exist. But it exists because it's training it, because it's not an actual independently intelligent being. I could talk shit on AI all fucking day. Sign me up for AI funeral roast. Oh my God. I would annihilate that hoe. That shit would be dead in the ground, 100,000 fucking feet. I'd open up the casket, re-dig it out, open it up, shit on it, fart on it, piss on it, spit on it, fucking light it on fire, bury it back down 1,000 feet, drop a bomb on that bitch. I hate AI. I hate it. But I do understand the purpose in terms of making shitty things better. I'm all for that. Oh, we want to implement it in like factory roles where people are getting fucking killed because of working conditions and whatever, and add new roles for these people to make more money and to be safer and to whatever. Oh, totally agree. However, they're not making these new roles. They're just like, we'll just get rid of these and we don't have to pay anybody, even though we're barely paying these people anything anyways. It is a version of slavery. And what scares me, not to get all fucking fucked up, I'm only going to talk about this for give me one more minute, is they're making it so human-like. For what reason? Why do we need AI to sound like people, to act like people, to look like people? You know, there's a reason why people want that. And it's not for a sense of comfort to feel like they're talking to somebody, because they're not. It's not real. It's not real. They want it because people want the power. People are psychotic freak weirdos and they want to do bad shit to it. So every way I look at it is a net negative to society at large, because the initial ways that they were talking about using it for improving healthcare, improving working conditions, helping people cut back on mundane tasks so they can focus on more meaningful things so they don't drive themselves fucking insane at their stupid fucking desk job. That's not what it's being used for. It's being used for fuck shit, take over jobs that require human creativity to do, but they don't care because they don't value the arts. They don't value creativity. They only value optimization and profits. That's what it's being used for. And then at the same time, it's being used by you and all the other stupid people out there. Not you. I'm not talking to you. I'm just using the general you. Okay? I'm talking about the dummies. Y'all are not stupid. You wouldn't be here if you were dumb. You're here because you're weird and probably slightly strange and annoying. And that's what we have in common, babe. And that's why I love you. Come on. Bring it in. I don't like physical touch, but we can air hug. Yes, we can. So I'm not talking to you. I'm just saying you because Soulja Boy said it. You. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, so just stop using AI because it's lame, it's loser behavior, it's stupid. You're taking jobs, you're training it on your own fucking data. People so worried about China taking your data. Oh, TikTok is gonna... Y'all, we've been fucked from day fucking one when Mark Zuckerberg was selling our shit to foreign nations. What the fuck do you think that we're doing with all these other countries? Hello? We just sent like $13 billion that cannot be accounted for in military funding to Israel this year. And it's projected that the fucking government is going to fail next 2 years of audits when it comes to that money because it's like it can't be accounted for. We are worried about the wrong data. We are worried about the wrong shit that like it is all a ruse to get people to focus on shit that does not matter. And what you should be worried about is all of these quote American companies owning these AI platforms and stealing your literal human behavior to train robots to do people's jobs, y'all. Start worrying about that shit. Don't worry about TikTok, babe. TikTok is the least of your fucking problems. Like, I love it. It's like the same people who are like anti-TikTok, like, oh, I'm never getting my fucking data to China. And then they'll use like facial recognition software to like make their like baby like a sentient thing in AI and like turn it into like a fucking minion or some shit. I'm like, okay, that's good. That's good. But thank God you don't have TikTok though. But thank God you didn't give your data to TikTok. It's the same people who use fucking like DraftKings and put their fucking like bank account information into all these like gambling websites and shit. And I'm like, yeah, it's only a matter of time before a data breach happens with that shit, boys. So like, I don't know. That's my opinion on that. Let's get to the next thing. Celsius. This shit's probably going to kill me one day. However, sponsor me, please. I will not. You don't even need to pay me for real. Just send me this shit for free. I already drink it. I already buy it like it's going out of style, babe. I will say, I think Alani tastes better. And I love Alani down. But sometimes it will give me canker sores in my mouth if I drink it too often. Like if I drink Alani like 3 days in a row, like one Alani every day, I will have canker sores in my mouth. Just saying. Okay. Next thing we as a society should leave behind in 2025, as we now are in 2026. Blind boxes. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm not coming for you if you were a blind box girly. I loved a good blind box from time to time. Okay? What I mean more by this is like the excessive purchasing of blind boxes to complete like a collection or something. And I'm not knocking your hobby because I think we all need hobbies. I love a good trinket. I love a good fun item or whatever. But at the end of the day, it is so similar to gambling. It is so addictive. It is preying on that compulsive nature that we all have to like achieve this thing. And then once you do, then what? The high is gone and you're on to the next thing. It is like any other fucking drug out there. It is like any other addiction out there. Like we've seen this from the beginnings of like capitalism and overconsumption, right? It's not a unique thing to last year or the year before. Like blind boxes is nothing new, right? However, because of the virality of things like Labubu and like other dumb shit last year, it has made it so much more like common, I guess, for people to want these things, because also there was so many influencers last year who literally made entire careers off of blind boxes. The issue I have with it is the like overconsumption of it all, where at the end of the day, these are like junk plastic toys. Okay. They're worth nothing. After they're open, they are worth nothing. There is no trade value, and you can sit here until you're blue in the fucking face and tell me that, oh, you can go sell your Labubu for $30K or whatever. You can't. Nobody's buying it. Nobody is spending that kind of money for it. It's the same fucking people who all those years ago were like, Beanie Babies are gonna be worth millions. And guess what? Go walk into any thrift store ever, you'll find hundreds of Beanie Babies being sold for a fucking dollar, and the Princess Diana Beanie Baby is sitting there worth nothing. Okay, collectors' items are only as valuable as the demand for said items. Nobody has a demand for blind box shit. After it has been opened, you have lost the like thing of it. And maybe right now people still do because the hype is still here, but it's the same as those like Cause dolls years ago. It's the same as all of the hype beast bullshit with like the Supreme stuff and whatever. It is a very, 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 very small sect of people who will pay top dollar for that. But there is way more than enough of that to go. It's like panda dunks. Like when those were popular, people were paying so much fucking money for this mid-ass shoe that like was made in a sweatshop by a child and is literally like worth retail value like $110. People were paying like $500 for. Guess what? Now you find that shit in fucking Goodwill and it's worth nothing. You go to StockX, somebody's selling them for like $60 because just with everything, every trend, every desirable thing, it will lose its value. It's like a car. You drive it off the lot and you've lost money on that shit. That's just the nature of stuff like this. So if you're doing it for the purpose of like, oh, well, if I buy this, I'll sell it and make all this money. It's the same with like Pokemon cards. It's like, sure, is it worth this amount if you put it on eBay? I guess, but nobody's going to buy it for that. Nobody is. Because nobody has $10,000 to buy a fucking Pokemon card. Besides like Logan Paul. And you know what I mean? It's like nobody is going to buy it from you. So like it's all marketing to get you to feel like you got something more than what you spent for it, which what you spent for it is already insane because it's a fucking $2 like manufacturer cost to create. And you paid $50 for a fucking like ugly piece of plastic. I'm not knocking it. Do your thing. If it truly brings you joy and whatever. However, I'm just saying, dial it down. Buy one less than you did last year. Buy two less. Like just dial it down because at the end of the day, like there is so much shit that goes into landfills. There is so much trash. There's so much crap. And like you don't need to continually buy brand new things all the time. Instead of buying like blind boxes, buy fucking like, I don't know, something used from like 20 years ago that you're like finding a new life for, or renovate something, or like make your own something out of like crap that you already have at home. Like, I don't know. I'm just in my anti-overconsumption era, and I have been for years, but specifically like going into 2026, I'm like, y'all, we need to take care of our girl better, our girl equaling the planet. Onika equals burgers. So I don't know. I just am at this point where it's like, when is enough with all that? So let's leave it behind. Let's do better in 2026. Next thing is doom scrolling. That's out. 2026 doom scrolling. Put the phones down. Put the phones down. I'm saying in 2026, the moment I find myself in a scroll that is lasting me more than 6 minutes, it's time to put the phone down, Put the fries in the bag, wrap it up. What are you getting from it? You're getting nothing from it. I just think that like social media is something that I really enjoy. I think there's a lot of benefits from it, it opens up our horizons to what is out there. It gives us a bit more perspective of the way that, people in other cultures live and people who are like different than you and I. It helps people meet new people and build community and whatever. There's a lot of good, but there's also so much fucking bad. There's so much bad. It's like we're not meant to see ourselves that frequently. We're not meant to just constantly be like stuck in this loop of scrolling things that are like appealing to us, and like our brains constantly like firing serotonin when we use it, and then when we don't, our dopamine is like all fucked up. Like we're not meant to do that. So in 2025, I'm leaving doom scrolling behind. The moment I get stuck on a fucking loop, we're done. We're putting the phone down. We're going and we're doing something productive with our lives. I feel like the last 6 months of 2025, I put in so much effort to use my phone less and less and less. My screen time went significantly down. I think I did a really good job of that, but I could still do better. There's still moments where I will sit on TikTok for like 30 minutes, 40 minutes, and I'm like, what the fuck am I doing? Also, it's not even good anymore. The algorithm is shit now. I don't know what the fuck happened. As soon as Donald Trump got his fat ass fucking orange ass fucking bruised ass fucking fingers and hands involved in that shit, it went to the dookie drain of the century. So it's already shit anyways. Like, what are you doing wasting your time on there? Post the video and leave. Like, just post your shit. I'm not saying don't post your shit. Post your shit. But then get that bread, get that head, and leave. I feel like it's all just like, it's all advertising. It's all marketing. Or it's like grifting ass videos on like the political shit where it's like just so red pilled and negative and horrendous. I'm like, just give me the fuck off of this shit. Give me the fuck off this bullshit. The people on there fucking suck. Everybody's mean. It's like, who cares? Get out. Go live life. Go do things. And even you don't even have to do things. I'm not saying like in place of social media, go see the world, go do this. I'm like, in place of social media, fucking read a book. Fucking lie down with yourself and your thoughts and just don't listen or look at anything for 5 minutes. Meditate. I don't know. Eat some cereal. Like, I just do something. Count your fingers and toes. Like, I don't know. So, yeah, that's what I'm leaving behind. Doom scrolling out. 2026, doom scrolling is out, babe. Celsius, sponsor me. All right, last thing, and then we'll get to the end. Last thing that as a society we need to leave behind: debating with idiots. Stop. Just don't waste your breath. Some people are just fucking stupid, and they're gonna live stupid. They're gonna die stupid. Let them do it. It is not your responsibility to debate with these idiots. It's not your responsibility to bring all the fucking facts, all of the research, all of the whatever. They do not care. They are stupid. They are stupid. You could show them the color blue and they say, wrong. That is orange. And they might be colorblind. And then you should say, maybe go talk to an optometrist. And they would say, I don't know what that is, because they're dumb. So it's just one of those things where it's like, idiots are not worth your fucking time. I'm not debating with idiots. I'm not taking your fucking like headline ass debate point that you're throwing into the ring with no fucking facts to back it up, with no valid information to bring on your side of the argument. It's not worth my time. I cannot fix stupid. Like, if you are stupid, there's no saving you at this point. You can't tell somebody all the fucking answers to the test and them still fail it and act like there's more that you can do. They are just dumb, babe. There is a reason why, like half of our country voted the way that it did. And it has nothing to do with like their beliefs on the economy, their political stance, their whatever. They are dumb. They're dumb, you know? Like there's a reason why when you go to school there's a separation of like AP and normal and regimented stuff, that it's like remedial English and like all this is like there's levels to that shit, because that is what it is like in real life. Like some people are just stupid and they don't care to get smarter. And that's the biggest point. It's like some people are dumb, but not for a lack of trying. Like they will eventually get there. It's like intelligence is just like any other skill. Like if you put the effort in, you can become smart. You can learn stuff. You can get there. The issue is it's like idiocracy partnered with the inability to want to learn. It's like you cannot fix stupid. They are just going to be dumb and it's not worth your time. So save yourself a bunch of fucking breath this year in 2026. Protect your peace and don't argue with idiots. It's not worth it, I promise. All right, the last piece of this week's club meeting, the first club meeting of 2026, is of course we're doing a club member write-in. So this week I posted on the Instagram story, which if you're not following the Instagram, follow the Instagram. It's thegirlsclub.pod on Instagram. Every week we post a question and you guys write in your answers so that way we can get some club member involvement at the end of the episode. This week, I wanted to know, what did you accomplish in 2025? I've been seeing that trend on TikTok where it's like people post about like the things that they were proud of doing in 2025. And I just love that trend because I am such a firm believer that there is so much that we do every single day that we don't see as like accomplishments or big deals or reasons to celebrate. And like we should, like, especially with like the cards that we are being dealt as a generation, like any win is fucking huge, y'all. And like it's so important to acknowledge the things that you have done and the progress that you have made, even if you feel like it's so small. I promise it is bigger than you think and then that a lot of other people are doing, you know? So let's celebrate it and let's shout y'all out and see what y'all did this year. Quit my corporate job to pursue a service industry gig. Huge. You know, there have been so many economic studies that have been done this year alone in the state of our economy and the state of the like dollar and the state of the workforce and everything just compared to other generations. And never has there ever been a moment in US history where a generation is working more hours and receiving less in housing, in healthcare, in government assistance, in like quality of life than Gen Z has. Like, yes, millennials as well, because we're kind of on the same like leg of life right now. But like right now, we are at an all-time like abuse of corporate power, and not even just corporate, like all kind of work in general, compared to the reward that we're getting out of it. You know, we have always been called the lazy generation, but if you look at all of the numbers, Gen Z as a generation works more hours than any other generation has because of how expensive it is to live right now. I mean, almost every single person I know, regardless of their career, has a side hustle of some sort where they are trying to make additional income. And I'm talking like nurses, I'm talking like people who work in like big corporate companies who are making like close to 6-figure salaries. I even have like a couple friends who do make 6 figures, and it's still like because of the like the areas that they live in, like it's still not quite enough to like feel comfortable. Like they can't really put any away towards their savings to accumulate enough wealth to be able to retire the way that every generation before us besides millennials has been able to. It's just, millennials definitely experienced the like scam of all of that before we did. However, there was a point in time where they were still able to like the oldest millennials who are like borderline Gen X, like where they were still able to like receive a tiny bit of the like benefits of the previous generation, but like now in the time we're in now, they are not. So I'm not talking like they got it better than we did, but we never existed in a time in our like adult professional lives where we haven't been able to just like take a moment and like just have one corporate job, because everything is so expensive. School is so expensive. Like housing is so expensive. We'll never be able to own homes the way that other generations have. Like, yes, you might own your own home and you might whatever, but what you're paying for it versus what people in the past did and how long your mortgage is it's just fucking crazy. And so to call us the lazy generation is just so ridiculous. So all going back to the point that this club member said, where it's like, I quit my corporate job and I started, working in the service industry. Good for you. Like, because the corporate fantasy of like, you're gonna make all this money and you'll be able to retire and you'll have benefits and all this stuff, it's kind of a sham at this point. And even if you do all of those things, let's say you do all of that, if it's not positive for your mental health and your physical health and everything, then it's not worth it. Because like, you can make the same money doing a waitress job. And that's not me knocking on waitresses. That's me knocking on the like the system. Like, it's crazy. Like the whole like, oh, you get an education, you get your, if you go to college, which is also leading to the rise of anti-intellectualism, because they do have kind of some legs to stand on for the argument that like school isn't worth it because it's so expensive. I believe everybody should go to college if you have the opportunity to, because education is invaluable. Like, there is, yes, a monetary number associated with a level of education based off of the career that you can do, but removing that, like, you as a person will just progress so much more if you have more education and a higher level of intelligence. So I think it's so important. However, if financially it's not something that you're able to do, I do understand the argument of being like, it's not worth it for me to be paying student loans for the rest of my life. Like, that's so valid. I completely understand that argument. So it's just crazy because it's never been like this. Like, it has never been so expensive to go to undergrad. It has never been so expensive to go to undergrad, to get your master's, and then to get paid as if you are working a entry-level job at like a department store. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, and that's not me knocking the department store. That's me knocking the fantasy of like, oh, you graduate and you instantly make this amount of money. That amount of money doesn't equal what it did 30 years ago. That amount of money is like chump change at this point. So it's fucked up. And the whole fantasy has been completely broken, which is why my generation and millennials are kind of just like, fuck that. I'm not going to do the quote traditional path because it doesn't lead to the quote traditional reward. Like, there is no point. So good for you. Flew on an airplane for the first time, only took 26 years. That is okay. I am so incredibly privileged with so many things, and I'm never going to be somebody who does not acknowledge that. Like, I grew up in an amazing family with like ample opportunity and like the ability to do so many things. And one of those things was like being able to travel when I was younger. Like, I haven't been around the whole world and seen everything, but I was allotted the opportunity since I could fucking remember to like go on a quote like vacation. And now that I'm footing the bill, that doesn't happen. But when I was younger and I would go with my family, yeah, we would go on vacations and it was fucking awesome. So like, it was always something like when I was younger and people were like, oh yeah, I've never been on an airplane. I was kind of like, what? But like now realizing how big of a privilege that is, it's like, it's so like cool when I see people like traveling for the first time, because it's like I realize how incredibly like blessed and privileged I was to be able to do that when I was younger. And like now when I'm an adult, like paying for my own plane tickets and stuff, like it's a big fucking deal. So that's awesome. The older I get, the more scared of planes I do become though, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, I really want to go on a trip sometime this year, but I don't know where I want that to be because I don't like planning stuff. That's the issue with me. Maybe this will be my year I go to Japan. I have been studying Japanese for basically a year now, so that could be cool. But that requires so much planning, and that intimidates me. So we'll see. If any of you guys are like travel like planners, or you do like vacation planning or something, reach out to me, because I don't have the finances to do it, but I would love to know like how much it would cost to do something like that, and like to get a quote or something. So that way I have like something to aspire to like budget for and save for. Anyways. Or maybe it's just your hobby. Like it doesn't have to be your job. Like if you like planning trips and stuff like that, like I need a friend like that. Honestly, I have a lot of Virgo friends in my life that I'm sure would be really awesome at that, but I would never ask them to do that for me. Met my reading goal of the year, 50 books. Oh my God. I love that for you. Reading is something that I really, really enjoy doing. I just kind of forget that I love doing it until like my mom is a really big reader. So she'll like give me a book and then I'll put off reading it for months, and then I'll finally pick it up and I'll read it because I like remember it exists. And then I read it and I'm like, oh, I fucking love reading. So I need to challenge myself to read more in 2026 for sure. I started reading manga a lot, but like to me that doesn't really count because it's not really like you're still reading stuff, but it's essentially like reading comic books. So I have a couple of books that my mom's given me that I need to read. So if you have any good recommendations, please let me know and I can add those to my list to try to read this year. I also want to get a library card this year. And since I have an iPad now, I can check out books online through the public library, and I think there's an app for that. Dude, this iPad is going to be amazing. Starting therapy. Congratulations. It's really hard to start therapy. You know, people talk about therapy so much, but there's still a lot of like unknown when it comes to therapy. Because even as vocal as people are about how important therapy is and like how, you know, much better it can help you with your mental health when you start it, it's still like, as much as people talk about therapy, it's still, until you've done it, it's intimidating and like it's hard to get started, just like anything it is in our healthcare system. Like it's a lot of steps to get there, and it's kind of one of those things that sometimes you start with the therapist and like it's not a great fit, so then you got to try somebody else, and then that can be discouraging. So congratulations getting started. Happy for you. And also it's just like, it's cool when people like start going to therapy, like anybody, because it's like the acknowledgement of like bettering your own mental health, for whatever the reason that you have. Like that's a huge step in doing that. It's just like setting the initiative to get started. First teaching job, fucking slay. Girl, we need talk about a fucking scam of a career. Teachers, you guys are legitimately the backbone of everything, and y'all get fucking taken on a fucking walk when it comes to the underappreciation you guys get and the undervaluation that you guys get in terms of how much you're paid. It's actually insane. And it's so disappointing. And also that leads to this anti-intellectualism movement, because how can we say that education is important if we don't even value it as a career path? Like, hello? Like, oh my God, that is always going to be so beyond me. But congratulations. That's fucking huge. We have seen the past few years so many people leaving that field for valid reasons. I get it. This generation of kids apparently is very difficult to, get to respect you and to pay attention in class, probably because of things like social media and streaming and all of these like things that are weakening their attention span, and the rise of anti-intellectualism and the lack of respect that they have for adults. It's like there's so many things. So it's like I completely understand people walking away from that, because that would piss me off too, on top of getting like devalued as a career and like not making the money that you deserve to make. So I 100% understand. But it's so important that we have people who become teachers, who want to be teachers, because we need that. So I really hope that someday, like, people just wake the fuck up and realize how important teaching is and how valuable teachers are. Like, I don't know. It's just so crazy. And like the amount of responsibility that's put on teachers, and the lack of respect and the lack of like value that we as a society have towards them it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. It's all rooted in misogyny. It's all rooted in capitalism, because people don't view teachers as like something that is fruitful of profit, because the world is fucked up and crazy, and they're trying to privatize education kind of inherently. And as somebody who went to a public school their whole life and then a public college, like, that just is sad too, because it's like you shouldn't need money to get an education. It's such fucking bullshit. So I don't know. I hope that at some point we have a world that values teachers as much as they should be valued, and it's reciprocated in their salary and in their, ability to have respect in communities. And because, like, teachers are actually the ones who like mold so much of like children's beginning stages of life. Like, think about it. Like, kids spend probably the same amount of time with their teachers as they do their fucking families, because of how many hours that they spend at school every day. Like, I still have those teachers who it's like you'll never forget, because of what they did for you, and how good they made you feel, and how seen that they made you. Like, I mean, I'll never forget like an art teacher that I had in high school, and this one teacher that I had in college, who it's like these two teachers I will feel so indebted to, and they probably don't even remember who I am, but like genuinely, like, they gave me so much confidence, and like I felt seen probably for the first time ever by somebody who I respected in their field, where I was like, oh my God, like, I think that I could, do something with this talent that I have, because this person, made me feel like I could do it. So I don't know. Teachers rule, and congratulations. I hope that you have a successful career in that, if that's what you want your career to be. And yeah, best of luck. I kept my plants alive, coming from someone who does not have a green thumb whatsoever. That's so impressive. I do not have a green thumb. I have like a thumb of death. Like, I don't know. I cannot keep plants alive. I'm very bad at it. I think it's probably because I keep my house freezing fucking cold, honestly. So that's a huge deal. I have so many friends who are like green thumb baddies, and they have so many plants, and I go to their homes and it just feels so like like I'm like, the air is good in here, probably because they're doing their thing, photosynthesizing and making oxygen and shit. So keep it up. I started working on the IRS situation that my fraud ex left me with. Whoa. Is there any more context of that, or is that the extent of the story? Because that's actually insane. Wow. Congratulations, but also I'm so sorry. That fucking sucks. Um I hope that you're able to figure that out and hopefully like get that, like, I don't know, lifted off of you. And wow, so sorry. That sounds so awful, but good for you for taking the initiative and getting that started and hopefully like moving forward with charges. Like, I don't know, girl, best of luck and keep us updated because what the hell. Being hired at the best dog grooming salon in my city. Here's to 6 years of grooming. That sentence was crazy. But congratulations. 6 years of grooming. No, that's wrong. Don't laugh at that. That's wrong. That's huge. That is so cool. Dog grooming videos I love watching on TikTok. Talk about getting stuck in a fucking content loop. That is so cool. I've never had a animal that like requires like actual grooming. Like all of the dogs I've ever had I've had 2 dogs my whole life and they've both been black labs, so they didn't need to be like have their fur cut or anything because it wasn't like long coats, and we just like bathed them like at home and cut their nails and clean their ears and stuff at home and brush their teeth at home. But in the future I really want like some fluffy like rat dogs, so I would definitely need to find a good groomer. So whenever that happens, I will be reaching out to you to see what you recommend in that world, because I am like completely dumb when it comes to all that. I don't know anything about it because I've never had a dog that we've needed to do that. And I don't know, I feel like that's something too where so many people I know have taken their pet to like a groomer and then they get it back and it looks botched as fuck. So there's definitely some people who like are not the most talented. So I feel like you have to know the good places. But the good places, girl, the wait list on those places, like holy shit. My brother has a breed of dog that it's like you got to get it groomed like every like 3 or 4 weeks or something. I don't know. It's like pretty frequent, and if you don't like stay on the books with your groomer, like they will drop you as a client because they're like, I'm not dealing with like the matted bullshit or like whatever because you let it go too long, which is like, to be picky as a groomer I feel like is like the dream, to be able to turn people away who like don't give a shit, because so many people get dogs that like need grooming and then they just don't do it. So I'm like, why'd you get that breed? Go to the pound, go to the animal shelter. There are so many dogs there that like do not have long fur or do not have curly hair, do not require like I don't know, multi-monthly grooming or whatever. So good for you. That's so exciting. Congratulations. 6 years in a career, I feel like is like a really big milestone to hit. So congratulations on that. And yeah, I foresee a long, successful career for you, because if that's something that you want to do for like the long haul, like that shit's never going out. Because if there's one thing that people will spend their money on, regardless of like the state of the economy, it's their damn pets. I swear to God, like, and this is not me knocking taking care of your pet, because trust and believe, like I would do anything for a pet if I had one. I don't have one, so but some people like treat their pets better than they treat people. So like they're gonna not go to their own hair appointment if they can't afford it. Like they'll go to the groomer, you know what I mean, for their dog. So I feel like that is a career that will always have customers, because people just love their fur babies. They love their doggos. Anyways, I'm so happy for you guys. Congratulations for all the stuff that you accomplished last year. And here's to a, happy 2026. I'm trying to enter it with positive vibes. I hope that you can have that same energy with how shit everything is. Like, let's at least try to be somebody who you come across somebody else IRL and you make their day slightly better. Like, that's all we can hope to be. So I love you so, so, so much, and I cannot wait to see you in next week's club meeting. If you're not, please subscribe to my channel. We post these videos every week. And I'm hoping to make some more fun videos in 2026 that are not the Girls Club / podcast. But anyways, love you so, so, so much, and I will see you in next week's club meeting. Bye.
The Girls Club, 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 the Girls Club. It's my club and I'm a girl, yeah.